your kingdom here. Let the darkness fear. Show your mighty hand. Heal our streets.
Hey guys, welcome to day 8 of the Great Commission Challenge. Hey, I got a question for you today, and my question is this. What are you doing to help the poor people in your community, to help the poor people in your neighborhood? Listen to what James 1:27 says. Religion that our God accepts as pure and faultless is this, to look after orphans and widows in their distress. Listen, I think that there is a clear link when action-oriented compassion is missing. There's a link to something being wrong spiritually in an individual's life. We can see all throughout the scripture, the Lord commends us and reminds us and tells us to take care of those that are less fortunate. Many times, instead of caring for them, we cast judgment upon them. And so I want you to remember the story that Jesus told in Luke chapter 10. Remember, there was this Jewish man, and he was walking down the road, and he was beaten up, he was robbed, he was stripped, and he was basically just left there to die, and probably would die, within the matter of hours, if not a day or so, had somebody not come to look after him. Well, as Jesus tells this story, he says that there's a priest that comes by, maybe even a pastor, of that day, and says that, maybe the beaten up guy says, oh, I'm in luck. Here comes a man of God. And what does this man of God do? He walks by on the other side of the road, not paying him any attention. The next person that comes by is a Levite. Now, Levite was another highly religious individual of that day. Maybe it was the comparable to a board member of the church, or somebody well known within the church, and they come by and they see this man, and once again they just pass by on the other road. Now, Jesus doesn't tell us exactly, where these guys are headed, what they're going to do. Maybe they had something that was really important. Maybe they had a pressing issue. Maybe they thought, well, this man might die, and we don't want to become unclean. We don't want to touch this individual. We just need to go on about our day. And that's what they did. But then Jesus says there was a Samaritan that came by. And the Samaritan, when they saw this man on the side of the road, the Samaritan had compassion on them. Now, I've got to let you know that there is bad history between the Jewish people and the Samaritan people. The Samaritan came out of, what many of the Jewish people saw as an unjust relationship. In fact, Samaritans were considered half Jewish, or, half-breeds. They weren't fully blooded, whatever, the Jewish people felt like they should be. But this Samaritan, he had mercy on this man that had been beaten. In fact, it says that he took care of him. He bandaged his wounds. He picked him up and put him on his own donkey and took him to an inn, basically a place where he could be cared for, and took care of his needs until he was well. In John chapter 13, verses 34 through 35, Jesus says this, "A new command I give you, love one another." There's just something about an act of mercy that opens up the heart of another. And today, my challenge for you is to think outside the box. Today is day 8, which is the beginning of week number 2 of the Great Commission Challenge. And maybe you've already started to get your list together of friends and family and loved ones. I want you to expand that list a little bit. I want you to expand that to maybe think about inviting someone to church that you wouldn't normally speak to. Maybe invite someone over to your house and to speak with them. And, maybe just continue to expand that list. What you'll do when you expand your list is you'll expand your friendships. Here's my challenge for you. I want you to send me your list. I want to join you in praying over these individuals. I want you to write it down. These are the people that I am going to pray for. I am going to pray for their salvation. I'm going to pray that they, come with me to church. I'm going to invest in their life. Hey, I'm going to be praying for you. And you be praying for me, pray for our church. Great things are happening, and I'm excited about what God is going to do. This has been another Great Commission Challenge.
Build your kingdom.